Hey, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson are going to do the final game of the night. This will be an elimination game between the Enterprise Wolves and the Kanab Cowboys. Mason Fox from the Cowboys. Kyle Bundy meeting with the umpires out there at home plate right now. This is going to be the final season for Coach Mason Fox. Kyle Bundy, the Enterprise Wolves, say the winner of this one will go on to play at 10 o'clock in the morning. The loser goes home. So, Coach, what do you think? We've got barn burner here. These guys they know each other pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. This is really going to come down to, I think, hitting. We've seen both these two teams earlier come up with big victories today. Kanab with the 4-2 win over Beaver. Enterprise got down early 6-0 to Millard, but then came back with 15 unanswered runs to win that one 15-6, and that's why we're where we're at today. The winner of this game will turn around and play Parowan tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And that's it. That's going to be, tomorrow, the net winner goes on to play the undefeated South Severe Rams, and they would have to beat them twice. So we saw a similar situation with the Beavers go in that 10 o'clock game and then have to go on and beat Parowan twice, which they did. So,
yeah, it's definitely happened before and can happen. So, you just got to put it one inning together at a time and go play some baseball.
All righty. Well, the tea parties broke up at home plate, so we're going to go with the introduction of the lineups right here real quick. I'll have my partner, if you want to do the Enterprise Wolves, I want to have the honor of doing Mason Fox. If it could be his last game, I'm going to do them. So if you want to introduce the home team, Enterprise Wolves, let's do that.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start with the Enterprise Wolves. Their head coach is Kyle Bundy. Leading off and playing center field, number 13, Brady Crouch. Batting second in right field, number 6, Trayson Randall. Batting third at third base, number 9, Jake Sanderson. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 4, Ryland Randall. Batting fifth at second base, number 14, Keldon Peterson. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 24, Parker Staley. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 11, Carson Stoffer. And batting eighth, the DH in center, or number 8, Kyron Bracken. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 7, Hayden Anzalone. And playing first base, number 00, Cooper Adams.
Okay, I'm not sure what we got going on. I thought they were looking like they were lining up like they was going to do the national anthem, but no, they're going to go back.
Yeah, and they only do that to start the game, first game of the day. So.
They were playing with our minds here, so we're going to go ahead and introduce the visiting Kanab Cowboys as they'll be up first. The Enterprise is getting ready to take the field. So for Coach Mason Fox, he's going to go this way. Leading things off, number 26, behind the plate, R.J. Magnette. Batting second at shortstop, that's number 4, Griffin Bone. Batting third, number 14 in left field, Bracken McQuivy. Batting fourth, number 8 at first base, Maddox Baird. Batting fifth, number 23 in center field, Waylon White. Batting sixth, number 11 at third base, Cale Glover. Batting seventh, number 20 in right field, Lane Sims. Batting eighth, number 2, the pitcher, Mace Terry. And batting ninth, number 22 at second base, Jackson Riddle. We're going to face Parker Staley. Saw him earlier in the day. Come in and shut down the Millard Eagles. So Parker's going to start off this one. I know we'll have to find out for you here in a little bit how many pitches he's got left. He can go 75 in the day.
And he can go 110 in a day.
Oh, that's 110.
Yeah, so if he didn't throw it all yesterday, which I don't think he did, he can go 110. So whatever he threw up to 110.
Yeah, I don't remember who threw after Ryland Randall yesterday. But, yeah, so what did they say?
19 pitches, so he can go.
He's got 99. That? Or no, 89.
89, yeah.
Yeah, 89 pitches left to him, so.
No, 91.
91, yeah. You're the teacher.
Yeah, 91.
What are you asking me for?
I was agreeing with you when you said 89, but then I'm like, that's not right.
Selling him short. There we go. All right, so R.J. Magnette is going to lead things off for Coach Mason Fox. He's going to face Parker Staley. It's going to be right on right here. R.J. Magnette, as we've seen in the tournament already, got some good power. So here we go. Pitch number 1. Driven high to center field. Everybody coming. Rylan ran. Oh, what happened there?
That was a left fielder come in and stole it from the center fielder. That was Hayden Angelo and took it right away from Brady Crouch.
F7 on that one. Route number 1. So it worked out. We've seen some awful crashes when them kind of things happen.
Well, and R.J. Magnette was first pitch swinging, being aggressive early in the count.
Here's the next pitch to Griffin Bone. Curveball had him flinch, but ball 1. So Parker Staley with the 1-0 pitch to Griffin Bone. Right there, strike 1.
Yeah, really working the inside part of the plate right there, and that's what he got to R.J. Magnette to get up underneath one and lift it to shallow left center field.
Next pitch, curveball's in the dirt. Ball 2.
Well, once again, you can hear this Kanab dugout. By far, they've been the loudest dugout here, and trying to be up, and rightfully so. Like you mentioned, Willie, Coach Fox's last season, and every game could be his last game.
That's exactly right. So Griffin Bone takes ball 3. Looking hard down third base, coach. So I got to break in a new coach next year. Oh, upstairs, Griffin. He's looking up. He's checking out the cloud formation up there.
Yeah, he's looking down there to Coach Craig Brinker, off third base coach, saying, I knew I shouldn't have swung at that one, but I did.
So Griffin, full count, 1 out. Up, time's called.
Another ball coming out on the field right there, just down the...
It's still on the field back there.
Well, kind of the warning track there, but I thought that's why he stopped it, to tell him to get the ball, but they didn't get the ball.
Oh, well, maybe they'll see it now.
Now they'll get it. I think what happened is a fan's thrown that one back in. Still hasn't seen it.
I wonder if somebody ought to say something down there. That's not a good idea to have the ball sitting down there. There's one that's bounced back up the middle. Rylan Randall couldn't get to that one, so that's a base hit for Griffin Bone.
Yeah, just a nice piece of hitting right there as Bone kept his hands inside the baseball that time, stayed on it, barreled it up, and drives it right back up the middle for a single.
There, they got the baseball off the field there. That brings up Bracken McQuivy.
The left fielder, number 14, Bracken McQuivy.
Griffin Bone on first base. See if they test Carson Stauffer here with Griffin Bone. Saw him get tossed out, thrown out in an earlier ball game, trying to steal a base. First pitch. He faked it. Faked like he's going to go. Bracken takes ball 1 upstairs. As we said, the winner goes on to play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Loser goes home. Another throw to first base. Griffin's back.
Yeah, Bracken McQuivy had a nice game on the mound to help set up that victory over Beaver to get Kanab here in this game tonight.
That next pitch is called strike 1. He evens the count at 1-1 to Bracken McQuivy. From the stretch, Staley up high.
Yeah, McQuivy wanted that pitch, but he did a nice job just keeping the bat on the shoulder. Kind of rotated his shoulders a little bit, but did not swing or chase that pitch out of the zone.
Carson Stauffer comes up ready to throw. That's up and in. Ball 3. So with the runner on, Griffin Bone kind of got the concentration of Parker Staley there.
Yeah, both high energy guys and kind of trying to get his attention.
Called strike 2. And a throw behind, but not in time. Griffin Bone gets back. So, full count, 1 out. Top of 1. Kanab Enterprise. Oh, that's up, almost gets him in the ear hole. Base on balls. First base on balls given up in the ball game from Parker Staley. It's going to bring up Maddox Baird.
Yeah, Baird playing first base has had a good tournament, done a nice job over there at first base.
So the first pitch, curveball, stays up. Ball 1. Got the ooze from the Enterprise dugout, and Maddox Baird taking a sigh of relief. One ball pitch. Down there for strike 1.
That's a good pitch to miss right there. If you're gonna, or good place to miss. If you're gonna miss your spot with your pitches, you want to miss down.
So the 1-1 to Maddox Baird with 1 out. Oh, upset gets by everybody. Everybody's going to advance. That one, I think that mixed Carson Stauffer up. He wasn't looking for that pitch up there, and it got up and passed him in a hurry, and the base runners advanced. So runners at second and third. Bone at third, McQuivy at second. And a 2-1 count to Maddox Baird.
Yeah, now they're both 90 feet away. You got the first, another pass ball, and Kanab's going to have a chance to get the first run of the game.
Fouls that one off. So with the exception, I think, of the game between Enterprise and Millard, the first team to score has gone on to win.
Yeah, other than same thing the first game yesterday with Kanab.
That's right,
South
they came
Severe.
back. They came back, that's right.
But you're right. It pays to score early and score often.
You saw that in the last game. So the 2-2 count with 1 out. Runners at second and third. That's going to score a run. That's out to. That's going to get down. Up there, I thought maybe Anselon had a chance at that. He kind of deked him, I think, on that one.
Yeah, he really did. And either way, that's going to score a run because you had Griffin Bone tagging up there at third base, doing a nice job base running wise. You staying put. You can walk in basically when that ball hits the grass, but if you're already down the line and he catches it and come back, you don't score. And then good base running too from McQuivy, who kind of gets halfway, sees it down, and then advances to third base.
That brings up Waylon White. He can do a lot of different things for you at the plate. Got to respect the speed. The third baseman, Sanderson's on the edge of the grass. Waylon White takes ball 1 upstairs. Runners at first and third. That's McQuivy and Baird. 1 run across. Staley steps off. Looks Baird back from the stretch. That ball's upstairs. Ball 2.
Yeah, right now first, third, 1 out, 1 run in. It'd be interesting to see exactly what Kanab's going to do with that first, third situation.
So the lights are on. Things are cooling down here. Next pitch in there for a called strike.
Yeah, just pounding that outside part of the plate to the lefty. Waylon White, probably one of the most dangerous players in this tournament when it comes to at the plate.
So these guys win the center field. We're going to test the arm. Here comes the play to the plate. Got him. So the fly ball F8. Route number 2 and throw out Bracken McQuivy home for the third out. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors, one runner left on. So the first half inning of play, it's 1 for the Kanab Cowboys with the Enterprise coming to bat on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with Mix Media.
At V6 Media, we specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help. V6
Paint projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint products for your needs. They'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint.
Hey, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field. We're going to go into the bottom of the second. Enterprise comes to bat down 1-0. They're going to go with Brady Crouch, Jason Randall, and Jake Sanderson. They're going to face Mace Terry. Right-hander comes from about the three-quarter slot. First pitch swinging and fouled it off. There's Brady Crouch. After that good throw from Brady in center field, he gets to step up and see what he can do at the plate. Curveball. Misses for ball one. Even to count it, 1-1. There's Terry downstairs for ball two. Mace Terry comes right down, kind of three-quarter slot. Ball that's going to tail in on the right-handers. Good curveball as we saw earlier. That one just popped up. Good running catch there from Lane Sims in right field to catch that right at the foul line for the F9. And out number one. That's going to bring up Trace Randall from the left-hand side, facing Mace Terry.
Really nice job of Lane Sims. You know, he's kind of, he had to run a long ways, but that ball was hit high in the air and just working towards that right field foul line, and Lane Sims just ran it down.
So Mace Terry inside with that first one. He gets by R.J. Magnat for ball one. Next pitch, swung and a miss. Trace and Terry, like maybe took something off there.
Yeah, he did. Randall swung right through that pitch. Good change of speeds.
You see more and more youngsters coming, finally figuring out that straight change. Oh, I don't know what that was.
I think that was another change. It just kind of come out of his hand funny.
Yeah, not much spin.
Slipped, yeah, I think maybe just trying that circle change, and it just rode up and out to the left-handed batter here.
That is going to hit right under the diving Griffin Bone at shortstop. Out in the left center field, picked up by Waylon White out there. So, first hit of the ball game. For the Enterprise Wolves comes off the bat of Trace and Terry. Jake Sanderson's going to step to the plate now. He'll be followed by Ryland Randall.
Got Jake Sanderson playing third base. That's kind of where he has been all tournament. There was a time where Coach Bundy, he was 0 for 3, and so we went pinch hit for him and then had to bring him back in, and then Sanderson come up with a big hit. Ended up 1 for 4.
Ball 1 to Sanderson outside. See if Coach Bundy chooses to challenge the defensive skills of R.J. Magnette. Terry goes to first base. Baird falls over Trace and Randall as he gets back in. So Sanderson steps back in with 1 out. Trace and Randall at first base, 1 ball. Next pitch from Terry is upstairs, and Sanderson's going for it. He got pulled in one of the earlier games for chasing stuff up there and popping stuff up.
Yeah, and that was one of those pitches kind of up in his eyes.
Coach Bundy's out there getting him this. What's going on?
Yeah, Trace and Randall getting an extra step there at first base.
1-1 curveball, dandy. Got just a piece of it, but still ended up safely in the glove of R.J. Magnette for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Trace and Randall at first base. There's that curveball again. Now he hung that one. And Sanderson turned on it. Bundy's over there telling him straighten that thing out.
Yeah, they're making him throw that ball in where it hit the side and make the home plate umpire look it over, make sure there's no tears or anything in the
Must be all right. He
cover.
sticks it back in his bag. Got the double ditty bag there on his hips. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Sanderson. Runner out. That one got away from Mace Terry. Looked again like that changed. They're upstairs.
Well, that's one thing you need to do with these Enterprise hitters is be able to throw multiple pitches for strikes and keep them guessing at the plate.
The change, you want to start at the knees and let it drop out of the bottom of the strike zone. But whether it's the fastball by him for the first strikeout for Mace Terry. That's going to bring up Ryland Randall.
You know, one thing that's going to be a little bit different than what we saw in the last game out of this Enterprise team, too, is with the R.J. Magnette behind the plate. You're not going to see them running the bases like they did in the last game.
Nope. Terry throws over, but Trace and Randall's back. Ryland Randall at the plate. He can go anywhere on the ball field. Oh, good stop there by R.J. Magnette on the 58-foot curveball. Ball 1. Randall does have good power to every portion of the ball field, including the opposite side of the fence out there.
And they're playing him pretty much straight up. Center field is shading the right side of second base.
That one's ripped down the right field line.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Whew. Sigh of relief from the dugout over here to our left. That's the Kanab dugout. That was going to tie the ball game right there. Ryan Randall would have had more than likely a triple on that one.
He was just way out in front of that one, but the ball that's what it does with the left-hander down the right field line, just kind of hooks the right field, works towards that foul line, and then same thing with the left-handed or right-handed batter down the left field line.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Randall at first, Randall at the plate. Yep, there's that. It gets away. Circle change. He's been able to get it over a couple times, but he sent 2 of them traveling. Secret on that circle change, you got to get out there on the ball of your foot and get that arm angle down. Well, drag the ball down with you.
Yeah, and the other thing too is it's the grip, right? It's the grip that takes the speed off it, so you just got to keep that grip and just throw the ball and let it do its thing.
That ball's hit the opposite way. Yep. Secret.
Sometimes people will overthrow that pitch, and there's no need to.
That's what happens. If you don't get that thing, if you don't drag the ball down with you, you don't drag it down hard, but you got to come down. It's similar to where you're going to throw the curveball. There it is now.
Yeah, that was a lot better pitch.
So that's going to bring the count full with 2 outs. So,
well, the other thing too, Kanab's, got smart coaches over there. Mason Fox, a pitcher himself. Rylan Randall up to bat with the runner at second base, first base open. You're not going to give him anything real great.
That's pitch. That is driven. That is going to stay fair. Almost in the same spot. That's going to go all the way into the corner. Rylan Randall's going to end up third base with a stand-up or slide in there, or the stand-up slide with the triple. It's going to tie the ball game. Drives in his brother.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised, same thing, that they, I would have thought maybe another change-up or off-speed pitch down in the zone, let him see if he'd roll over something, but left that one right up in his wheelhouse, and he drives it down the right field line for a triple.
So we're tied at 1 with 2 outs, but Rylan Randall at third base. And that's driven foul past Coach Bundy. Kind of weak effort out there by Bundy on that one. I'm going to get on him after the game.
Yeah, he kind of olayed that one.
Will be closing in 10 minutes.
Keldon Peterson at the plate, playing second base. Beautiful day for baseball. Beautiful evening. So the 0-1 from Terry to Sanderson. That's popped up to the right-hand side. That's going to get foul. So a quick 0-2 count. That's one thing you got to be careful of here, with the pitch selection with Rylan Randall there. He's not one that's going to make a base running error. If it gets by R.J. Margnet, he's going to get that and hit foul. Oh.
Yeah, had to turn the glove. Yeah, had to kind of overran it a little bit, going really hard towards the foul. It was in foul territory, obviously, but going in towards that retaining wall down that left field line, and kind of had to turn his glove and flip it over underneath at the last minute.
So we'll do it again, the 0-2. Good spot, but down and away. Peterson did not go for it, so that's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rylan Randall at third base on the 1-1 game. Small curveball got him.
Really good pitch.
But the Enterprise rules, they come up with 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1 complete, it's 1-1. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For Enterprise in the first, they're not long on 2 hits. Leading off for Kanab in the second, The third baseman, number 11, Cal Glover.
One down. Cale Glover be followed by Lane Sims and Mace Terry. Staley deals ball 2 down in the dirt. Hops away from Stauffer. Looks like the South Severe Rams going home and get a good night's sleep.
Go get a bite to eat and get to bed and get ready to play tomorrow.
And dream of sugar plums, huh?
Yeah. I guarantee they'll sleep a lot better tonight after the victory than if they would have lost.
That's for sure. Ball 3 to Cale Glover. Squares to bunt. Ball 4 in the dirt. Got to take off all of his batting gear on the base on balls. That's the second base on balls given up by Staley. 2 hits apiece, 1 run apiece.
Lane Sims.
Top of the second inning. That brings up Lane Sims, the right fielder. Staley doing some groundskeeping out there.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let him do that. I know the
grind the ball, yeah.
Might be a new ball, but you rub it, you don't just get scuff marks on it.
Throw behind Cale Glover, who gets back. Quick delivery. Strike 1 up in the zone on that one. Oh, 1. Nobody out. Glover at first, taking the throw back there. Glover's back in time. Mace Terry followed by Jackson Riddle. There's one that's just kind of had Lane Sims out on his front foot and just lifted it foul.
Well, and almost another balk right there because of no pause.
Yeah, quick delivery.
We saw that last game a couple times.
Again, I'm like you.
Yeah, most of the time umpires just going to say no, let's throw it in and have someone rub the ball, but not sit out there and rub it and scratch the mound with it.
So the 0-2 on its way. Curveball, that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Sims just kept his hands back and drove that one. Just kind of the top spin lob on the ball over the infield. That's the third hit in the ball game for the Kanab Cowboys. That's going to bring Mace Terry looking to help himself.
The pitcher, number 2, Mace Terry.
Sanderson kind of sneaks in a little bit there. So does the first baseman, Cooper Adams. See if Mace Terry, he's squaring. He lays that. He puts a pretty good bunt down there. They're going to have to make a good play at first to get him, and they do. So the sacrifice does what it.
Yeah, it was a nice bunt right there from Mace Terry. Bunts it down that kind of towards the first baseline. The pitcher, Staley, has to come off and field that and throw to the second baseman covering first base, Kelvin Peterson, to get the out, but moves both runners into scoring position. And Jackson Riddle has a chance now to add 2 runs here if he can get a base hit.
First pitch to Riddle. Curveball turned him around, strike 1.
Yeah, he stayed right in there, caught the inside part of the plate, but he stood right in there. And Coach Bundy bringing in the infield after that bunt, going to cut off the run at home.
Well, these guys, like you said, they play each other. They're usually a close ball game. Hatton's lifted foul to the right-hand side for a quick 0-2 count. R.J. Magnet encouraging Jackson Riddle.
Yeah, he wants to see him get on base here and
exactly
get something going and give him a chance to coming up as he's warming up in the on-deck circle.
A lot of fly balls today for R.J. Magnet. That got Staley on, I think, on the shoulder, but everybody's going to be safe.
Yeah, just a line shot off the bat of Jackson Riddle, and Staley had no chance to even react to that one as it hits right off his shoulder and bounces towards between the first and second baseman.
So they're going to check Staley. He looks like he's all right. Didn't go to the ground or nothing, and
no, and luckily I think, like you said, got him in the shoulder area. I believe.
Got him on
yeah,
that
that's
lip,
what he's saying.
On the right shoulder, as he did kind of turn away from it on his follow through.
Yeah, on the follow through turn, like you said, and so fortunate for him, it got him in a good spot.
Coach Kyle Bundy's going to leave him in, I think.
Yeah, he's
turns and checks again, going to make sure.
Well, I think, too, telling him first-third situation, he takes an opportunity right there when he's out there to cover the defensive situation.
Exactly.
The catcher.
So Staley's going to deal with R.J. Magnette.
Yeah, Magnette, if he could come up with one of his big hits right here, 3-run bomb would sure be nice. Coach Fox would go for that right now.
There's something just in the alleys. Sometimes that thing in the alleys just keep the wheels turning here.
You're right.
RJ takes curveball for strike one. Not disagreeing with you, but a lot of times you see it. They come up with a 3-run home run, and then everybody kind of relaxes.
You're exactly right. You'll take the 3-run homer, but sometimes that triple or that double, like you say, base runners, it just keeps the momentum going.
RJ Magnette up. Takes one up, but for a called strike two.
Speaking of 3-run homers, Juab with the walk-off 3-run homer to beat Canyon View.
Wyatt Payton, yeah.
Big hit.
We haven't had a chance to check much of the 3A stuff here today, but things going quick like we are. And RJ Magnette lifts that one foul. He kind of been getting out on the front foot.
He's just trying to lift the ball. You know, he hits that home run yesterday, and then he hits a double. Just really drove the ball, and I think he's just trying to do that same thing.
They're scuffing up that ball again. Not sure why. If I'm a coach in that Kanab dugout, I'm over there figuring out why we're letting him do that.
Yeah,
But there have been a lot of things I don't understand. There's one that's ripped. That's going to score at least one. They're going to bring him the relay. If they get it on him, they say he got under.
Yeah, just under the tag, too. I do think the ball beat him there, but his hands got in under the tag. The tag was a little bit high. Pretty good relay, but good slide right there. And nice hit from R.J. Magnette.
Yeah, Magnette heads up, gets to second base on the throw to third. Magnette's going to bring his offensive gear over to coach. Get a knuckle. Going to go back, take his time. I'm going to blame him. That's going to bring up Griffin Bone. 2 runs across. We got a 3-1 ball game right now here. We're in the top of the second inning. Griffin Bone going to get his second opportunity. He had a base hit, scored the first run back in the first inning.
Yeah, Griffin Bone, opportunity here to get another hit and an RBI, maybe 2.
Curveball, good stop there from Carson Stauffer. That ball was in the dirt. One of them 59-foot curveballs. Trouble with that curveball, depending on the arm slot, what's going to happen once that ball hits the ground. If it's going to spin true and come right in you, or take a little English one way or the other. Kind of a guessing game for the catcher. So you just try to get the body on it. That was fouled straight back.
Yeah, pitch was a little bit up, but Griffin Bone just misses it, gets underneath it, and fouls it straight back. But got runners at second and third here with 1 out, and Coach Fox got to love the fact that he's got Griffin Bone up to bat, Bracken McQuivy, and Maddox Baird.
That one got away from Staley, and he was a little disappointed in himself. I think he was hopping in the air before that ball ever got to the catcher's glove.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike to Griffin Bone. That ball's right there down the middle.
Yeah, and they kind of pitched him away, and then right there they come in on the hands, and I think Bone was looking for a pitch on the outer part of the plate, and they came in on the inside.
Yeah, Griffin likes that ball in the middle half up and maybe out. Got a ball on the field. Going to deliver some baseballs to Blue here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runs across in the inning. Griffin Bone at the plate with a 2-2 count. Got a lot of 2s. Griffin asks for time and gets it. Going through his swing there. Talking to himself. Staley steps back. He wants to.
Kind of a little head game going on right here.
Let's see who wins this one. Curveball. Staley's going to win that one.
Yeah, Bone throws him on the inside part of the plate with the curveball. Twice caught him looking for something else, and good job of Staley to come back and get the strikeout.
Yep, first strikeout. It's a strikeout looking for Parker Staley. That brings up Bracken McQuivy. Base on balls his first time up. Curveball. I think he's trying to throw the curveball there, and it stays upstairs. Seventh hitter in the inning here for Kanab Cowboys. Swing and a miss on one up in the strike zone by Bracken McQuivy. But he likes that ball up there. We've seen him deal with that pitch today. We've seen him miss a couple. We've also seen him drive a couple to that right-hand side.
Yeah, and right here, this is where Kanab and Coach Fox needs a clutch 2-out hit to pick up those runners on base.
Staley bailing down there. That's third base. Throw across. Going to get him to the 5-3 put out number 3. But Kanab Cowboys, they come up with 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. No errors. And there was, two runners left on base. So, at the end of 1.5, it's 3-1 Kanab. We're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazier's Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop Convenience Store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
This is Central Utah's sports leader,
KSVC.
Another strike to second base on that final pitch, warm-up pitch from Mace Terry by R.J. Magnat. I love to watch that. Coming to the plate for the Enterprise Wolves, Parker Staley, Carson Stauffer, Tyrone Bracken.
Parker Staley.
It's a 3-1 ball game, bottom of 2 here at Gates Field. Strike 1 to Parker Staley. This is an elimination game. Loser goes home, winner goes on to play the 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning right here. Same time, same station. Ball 1. Well, not same time, but same station.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean.
right.
Figure of speech, folks. Ball 2 in the dirt there. Curveball that didn't quite make the required distance.
Yeah, and Staley, took that line shot off the bat of Jackson Riddle, but luckily he got hit in the shoulder as he turned his shoulder after he followed through on the pitch and able to stay in the game.
Guarantee he's going to feel it in the morning. They better use up all the pitches they can get out of him tonight.
Well, and he draws the walk right there and looks it over the dugout and trying to get him fired up.
Because he's not going to feel like throwing the baseball in the morning. That would be my bet anyway. If I was a betting man, I'd lay you some pretty good odds. I know what I would feel like.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably going to have a bruise. That's no question.
One of the worst bruises I ever had playing. I was kind of hurt. I couldn't run. My arm was kind of sore. I'd had shoulder surgery about 7 weeks earlier, so I'm pitching slow pitch. I took one off of the shin. That thing is still swollen up to this day. I was 39 years old when that happened. So was that 41 years ago?
Yeah, that's not good.
So, had a pickoff attempt there at first base. The attempt was the big word there. Terry Deaton out there, Magnette comes out there on the knee to get that. Ball one to Carson Stauffer, catcher for Coach Kyle Bundy today. Next pitch, down, just a little low. Well, this is the kind of game we expected. And it is the kind of game you expect at this point in the tournament. The pitch starts to get thin. The bats come out. The carousel usually takes place. Oh, that was lifted. One was probably out of the strike zone. Griffin Bone drifting back. He's going to catch that one.
Yeah, Griffin Bone did a nice job right there. He's been starting at shortstop since he's a freshman. Obviously, he's gotten a little bit bigger and stronger, but just takes charge out there. And, if you're Coach Fox, you got to love it when a ball's hit towards him.
First time we saw him, he was just a little skinny kid. I'm thinking, they had the wrong team out there. They must have had the 7th or 8th grade team out there. So that's going to bring up Kyron Bracken. Pretty good-looking athlete right here. Waving the bat out there. Mace Terry. Throw to first. Not in time. Saw Bracken in the last ball game. The Enterprise played here. Either the brother or the cousin of Davis Bracken in that same dugout. It's called strike one.
Yeah, and that pitch particularly right there, Mace Terry kind of took a long, slow leg kick to get a little extra zip on that fastball, and he tries that again. Enterprise is going to pick up on it and start running bases.
Yeah, Carson Stoffer's got good speed. There's a curveball. RJ Magnet's out there.
Seeing even on that curveball, that was a lot better job. It was kind of more of a slide step to home, but you might get away with that higher, slower leg kick one time here and there, but if you're doing that consistently, these Enterprise Wolves will make you pay for it.
Yeah, throw over. Well, these kids have been at the ballpark almost as long as we have today, and, a little loss of concentration sometime. You just never know. So 1-1 with one out. Runner on first. Ball's down for ball two. Counts 2-1. To Kyron Bracken. It's Parker Staley at first base. Got about a 2-step lead. He's going to stay right there. There's the pitch right there. Strike two, good pitch.
Yeah, it really was a good pitch to come back and get strike two and even the count. Like to keep that double play intact if you're Kanab and really challenge the hitter here versus give in and go 3-1 on the count.
Next pitch, up, it's popped up. See if there's going to be a play. Circling under that is RJ Magnet. There you go.
Yeah, really good job by Magnet to stay with that one and Umpire did his best to
dance out of the way.
Keep getting out of his way and not cause any distractions for Magnette. But he was focused and zeroed in on that baseball coming back in, and he did the smart thing. He got the back to the infield. That's the key.
Well, and he held his mask until he saw where things were going to be. He sees too many youngsters just throw that thing out of the way, and then you end up tripping over it.
Yeah.
Fouled back off the bat of Hayden Angelo for strike one.
Yeah, so after the leadoff walk to Parker Staley, you get a pop-up to the shortstop and a pop-up to the catcher for 2 outs, and your 9-batter, Hayden Anzalone.
Curveball stays upstairs. Well, a lot of people say, well, the most sophisticated position on the ball field is the pitcher. Well, look at your catcher, too. I think you got the 1-2 right there, and you can, depending on the situation, swap the importance of the two. 1-1. That one's drilled pretty good. But Bracken McCurdy's back there to haul it in. Route number 3, the F7. So they get the leadoff runner on, but they strand him right there. No runs. On no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. After 2 complete, it's 3-1. Kanab will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience prime quality in their meat department with fresh-made Angus specialty hamburgers and meats, as well as delicious smoked chicken, ribs, and pulled pork, all smoked fresh daily. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home, Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KSBC.
Okay, how about a shout out here to our V6 Media sponsors. Gateway St. Clair is locally owned and operated and has served Duchesne for 22 years. Stop by for a car or truck wash, Subway sandwich, hot stuffed pizza, and lots of delicious snacks. They also have a free RV dump, clean bathrooms, and the friendliest staff around. And Jones Paint and Glass has high-quality paint brands, including designer favorite Benjamin Moore, at affordable prices. Visit their design experts in Bernal or Roosevelt to find the right color and paint for your next project. So let's have a look out there in the Uinta Basin. Help our sponsors out, V6 Media, our video partner here for the 2A state tournament. We're going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. Kanab's going to come to the plate with the top of the lineup. Or Enterprise, Kanab. I got to get over here on the right sheet. Get back. Come with the 4-5-6. Maddox Baird, Waylon White, Cale Glover. There's one that's drilled long ways, but foul for Maddox Baird.
Yeah, it needed to just time that up a little bit better, wait on it, and that ball was gone, no question, but way foul.
Well, we've seen some balls hit pretty hard, but that air seems to be a little heavy. Today?
A little more so today than yesterday.
Yeah.
There was, 4 home runs on the day yesterday?
Yep, that rain happened to clear the air, lighten things up a little bit. Oh, nice pitch there. Staley comes back, gets one in under the hands of Maddox Baird for a quick 0-2 count. So the 0-2 from Staley. On the outside portion, Maddox Baird fouls that one straight back.
Yeah,
Baird alive.
Baird just kind of battling right here. Trying to find a way to get on base. He got the single and an RBI to score that first run in that first inning for Kanab.
So the 0-2 going to do it again. Oh, that gets him. He wears that one. Look at him on the inside of that right thigh.
You know, you see a lot of hit by pitches, probably more so at this 2A level than you do others, and a lot of that has to do with the velocity of of multiple pitches, whether it's the fastball or the curveball, because if you're not throwing very hard, hitters are willing to step in there, but you start throwing higher velocities, it doesn't feel as good. And,
self-preservation comes to play.
Yeah, and you can't just stand in there and get hit. That was on a fastball, but you see it a lot on a curveball.
So Waylon White up, takes called strike.
Enterprise in on the grass, trying to take away the bunt down that third baseline. I still think, though, if Waylon White could really perfect a drag bunt, especially with runners at first base, that's going to be tough to defend.
There's one that's driven to center field. That's going to get over the head. Oh, unfortunately, I think they're going to go ahead and send him. That might not have been the best idea in the world, but I think it's going to work out.
Well, I'd like to point out a few things right there on that play. Obviously, the outfielder Brady Crouch for Enterprise, they typically play Waylon White in shallow. Waylon White burns him deep over center field, but that was really good base coaching by Coach Brinkhoff. And the reason why is because Waylon White is thinking triple all the way. He wanted to hold the runner up, but he knows if he holds him up, someone's getting out, so let's make him make the perfect throw at home. We're going to be safe at third. Either way, you're going to have a runner at third, but just we'll take the chance at home. And so that's why he sent him. He wanted to hold him, and then he realized, here comes Waylon White. I can't stop him. So he sends the runner, and really good job of base coaching over there at third
You're
base.
right. Nobody out. What I was making reference to was Maddox Baird coming around second base, stumbled.
Yeah.
And there at the shortstop position, he's down on all fours.
And that's why. And Coach Brinkhoff was going to hold him and then realizes, I can't. I got to get you into home plate and make them make a play, which they didn't.
They're talking about that right there, that same thing. Waylon White making hand gestures and said that he was I was chugging.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a pitch and change here. Go ahead, Coach.
I was just going to say, the little things, and it's as much as the players as it is the coaches, but right there, that little key, you'd rather take the chance of them throwing you out at home than getting hung up in there and getting one of you out of the bases. So once again, just a really good job by Coach Brinkhoff to recognize that and send Baird home.
So Davis Bracken is going to come into the ball game. I'm going to guess he's going to replace Staley in the lineup. I'm just going to take the wild guess there.
Yeah, I would imagine that's exactly what it is.
I hadn't seen him go to the dugout. I didn't see him come back, so
yeah.
I'm going to pencil him in under there. Under Parker Staley in the lineup side of the
58 in for 0-0, so Cooper Adams at first base is out.
So where does Staley go? Your job, your assignment, should you choose to accept it.
Well, Randall comes to Trayson Randall from right field, comes to first base, so I'm guessing he goes out to right field.
Okay, I can buy that. Trayson Randall. Cooper Adams is out. Number 6, Trayson Randall. Okay. And then Parker Staley goes to right field. All right, we got it straight. We got the new pitchers. Davis Bracken, Parker Staley goes to right field. Trayson Randall comes to first base. And that brings us to Cale Glover. Base on balls and scored his first time up.
Yeah, and right there, Bracken wanted to throw out the windup and then stepped off and switched to the stretch, especially with the speedy Waylon White there at third base.
That first pitch from Bracken is upstairs to Cale Glover. Base on balls and scored back in the second inning.
Yeah, and with no outs right here, Cale Glover's looking for a pitch that he can drive out of the infield as the infielders are in on the grass trying to cut off this run.
Well, he just kind of slings it.
Yeah,
there it is, Davis Bracken. Yep.
And right now, too, if you're Waylon White, on a ball hit on the infield, you're definitely not going with no outs. You're maybe going to obviously work down the line, see the ball through. Anything in the air, you're going to tag up.
That finds the strike zone for called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. 1 run across in the inning. Waylon White, like you said, at third base. Cale Glover at the plate. Now you know as much as I do. If you want to see it, go to channelv6.com. There's one that's going to be hit right up off the knee of Keldon Peterson there at second base. Waylon White's going to score on the E4.
Yeah, and that one he just tried to kind of backhand it instead of just take 1 step over and square it up and field it cleanly, and misses it kind of off the glove and off the knee, and shoots into center field.
So 2 runs across in the inning on the air. So it's a 5-1 ball game.
The right fielder,
Lane Sims comes to the plate. Bracken takes a look over. He's going to go to first. Ooh, close. Cale Glover and dive back in there. Bracken comes to the plate. Curveball just going to be dumped. Oh, up, shortstop got up there and got that. Oh, thought he was going to airball there for a second, but heads up play by Cale Glover to get back on the L6 for out number 1.
Yeah, kind of got that off the end of the bat, not enough to really get over Rylan Randall, but really good base running by Cale Glover that he didn't just take off and get doubled up.
Good play there by Rylan Randall. I thought it was going to get over his head at first. Mace Terry up. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up.
Yeah, had the nice bunt to move the runners.
Ball 1 to Terry. Enterprise, Carson Stauffer and Davis Bracken both wanted that one. Cale Glover got a good 2-step lead. Bracken looks over there. Looks back. That was lifted foul to the right-hand side from Mace Terry. Evens things up at 1-1. 1-1, 1 out.
Yeah, that pitch was on the outer half, and instead of really just stepping into that pitch and driving it that way, they tried to kind of pull it and got the bat head underneath it and popped it up over that right side.
5-1 your score. Kanab up. Davis Bracken goes to first. Cale Glover's back safely. Flag shifting with, looks like the wind coming straight out of the west now.
Yeah, if you can get that pitch up in that right field there, let it travel.
So you can get it up in the jet stream there. Looks like it's fairly stiff. That's a ball. So counts 2-1 with number 2 at the plate. Bracken looks in. Here's the pitch. Yeah, right there. Good spot.
Yeah, it was. That's a good spot to keep it. He was pitching him away and then challenges him down and in, and I think Terry was still looking for that pitch out over that outside part of the plate, and Bracken brings it inside.
2-2. Just 1 out. Glover at first. Bracken looks in. Here's the pitch. They're going to appeal. They say yes. I'm not sure how umpire out there can see that one, but they ring him up. Second out.
Yeah, I think the Enterprise dugout and fans they sold that one to the field ump, because typically the field ump out there behind mound never even checks that.
Yeah, Mason Fox is going to come check at that. Take it easy. Yeah, let's have a look here at.
Yeah, that's Mason's argument. That's why I even asked him when he's out there behind the pitcher's mound.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I don't like the setup with that, but needless to say, he's going to lose that one. We got 2 strikes. Jackson Riddle at the plate. Thought we were going to be able to have a look at it here from the center field camera, but
I think Coach Fox has a point, though. If you even have to ask, then it's probably not, because you should see that from home plate.
That's exactly right.
If you need help, it is down first. Right there, it's either a ball or it's a strike, and the home plate umpire's got to be the one that makes that call.
So 2 outs, still 1 pitch. About to be delivered to Jackson Riddle from Davis Bracken. That's no good stop there by Stauffer to hold Cale Glover there at first base. Cale been out there a long time.
Yeah, he has. Jackson Riddle had the hard line shot right off the pitcher in that first at-bat of his in the second inning.
Pickoff attempt. So we're going to do it again, 1-1, 2 outs. Cale Glover at first. Jackson Riddle at the plate, facing Davis Bracken. Bracken looks in. Ball's down. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson Riddle. Like I said, had the single off the arm of Parker Staley his last time up. Stranded at third base. Bracken looks in. Here's the pitch. Swinging outside. There goes the runner. Ball bounces. He's going to get past him. He's not going to be able to advance. So Cale Glover finally gets himself off of first base and the ball in the dirt. Pretty good try for Stauffer. Rylan Randall couldn't handle it. Might have had an opportunity had he been able to handle it, but short hopped out there. Tough play.
Yeah, it really was, and a good pitch for Glover to go on.
So 3-1 RBI opportunity there for Jackson Riddle. Curve ball.
Got that inside corner for strike 2.
Jackson let it go. So the full count, 2 outs. There's one that's ripped past Randall. They're going to send him. It's going to take, no, they're not going to. They're just going to hit the, going to go home. One scores.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there on that full count from Jackson Riddle. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles now and picks up an RBI right there as he drives in Cale Glover, and it shows you how important that stolen base was too.
Exactly. You know, I think though on that kind of a play, if you're going to make a play at the plate, you got to do it. You're going to run an air ball that one.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, maybe the runner's going to advance, but it's kind of a ball game. If you're going to take the chance, you need to cut him off there. R.J. Magnette up.
And this inning's not over. Nope. I mean, you got Magnette top of the lineup with 2 outs.
This kind of pitching that Magnette likes usually. He likes that kind of slingers, and where Davis Bracken has been kind of leaving that ball up.
Yeah,
in the middle portion of the plate.
That's why he laid off that one. It was a little bit down and out. It was a good pitch. It was a strike, but it wasn't the one that Magnette's looking for. He wants something kind of middle in.
Riddle still at first base there. 0-1 pitch. Got Magnette. That's in the dirt, and that gets away from Stauffer, but a good job to keep it there where he could get on it.
Stauffer's probably one of the quickest as far as footwork and things like that, as far as catching goes in this tournament. He really works hard back there, but quick feet, balls in the dirt. He has got cat-like reflexes in picking up the ball.
So 1-1, 2 outs, 3 runs across in the inning for Kanab. Magnet at the plate. There's a throwback. Nope. Ball 2.
Yeah, just kind of trying to back throw there at first base after a good secondary from Riddle.
There's the pitch. Oh, there.
he knows it. Yeah, I was going to say they've been pitching him away, and then last minute you see Stauffer slide over on the inside part of the plate. So I was waiting for that, thinking, if he doesn't hit his spot right here and get it just where he needs to, Magnet's going to make him pay, and he just missed that.
Yeah, Magnet talking to himself on that one. Here's the 2-2. Can have dub out, stop, swing and a miss. Got him.
Yeah, got him up in the zone just a little bit, and stare down from Bracken over in the dugout after that strikeout.
So the Kanab Cowboys, they come up with 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 runner left on. So after 2.5 innings, it's a 6-1 ball game with Enterprise coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media. Larson Haslam Dental in Roosevelt has the latest dental technology and offers same-day crowns. Dr. Jake Richardson is accepting new patients. Call 722-0101 to schedule your appointment. And my favorite person today, coverage today, sponsored in part by State Representative Christine Watkins, strong rural advocate for oil and gas, small businesses, education, and the Second Amendment. Uinta Basin Healthcare's mission is caring for our communities through access to compassionate quality healthcare and investing in those we serve. Moon Lake Electric, a locally owned association with over 83 years of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its membership, its well-trained workforce of 90 employees, and its state-of-the-art electrical system has set a standard of excellence in the electric utility industry. Deal done. Let's pay some attention there, folks, and give them people out in the Uinta Basin some of your business. Give them all your business. Keep the money local. So, get over here on the right page, turn the sheet over, and we're going to go with
number 13, Brady Crouch.
Brady Crouch, Trayson Randall, and Jake Sanderson. Mace Terry starting his 3rd inning of work.
Yeah, Mace Terry's done a nice job out there so far.
Ball 1 in the dirt to Brady Crouch.
Biggest thing, too, in my opinion, is only the 1 walk, which is key. You don't want to walk too many guys. Let your defense have a chance to make some plays.
That one catches the bottom portion of the strike zone for strike 1.
And this is the 2nd time through the order now as Brady Crouch, the leadoff hitter, flew out to right field his first time up. So we'll see how Terry makes the adjustment and see what these Enterprise hitters do, too, as far as their approach at the plate.
Had him leaning on a 59-foot curveball, but he held up. Counts 2-1. There's one. Gonna even things up. Pitch on the inner portion.
The other thing, I was excited to see how Mace Terry comes out and throws after he felt like he got took on that strike 3. He was upset going in the dugout. So I figured he'd have a little bit of fire in him as he goes out there and gets the strikeout.
We got a couple miles per hour velocity added to his fastball there as he throws that one by Brady Crouch for out number 1.
Yeah, and if you look out there, just watch him. He just throws, but doesn't get too emotional. But he did after strike 3. He was upset. He's a competitor.
Jason Randall swings over the top of one on the first offering from Mace Terry. Done a nice job here today. Held the Enterprise to 1 run so far. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Curveball, or that changeup maybe. We hadn't seen that for a while, but it stays up.
Yeah, try to get it up, break it on that outside part and catch the corner, but just stayed out.
There's that curveball. It takes a bite there at about 59 feet.
Well, he's trying, Randall got a base hit off him last time up, so he's trying to keep him off balance, but so far the fastball's been working for him. He just needs to stick with it.
Yep, Randall scored the only run so far in the game for the Enterprise Wolves. Number 2 ranked RPI team coming into the tournament. Kanab, I believe, was number 5, right? Parowan 6. That one's fouled off to the left-hand side. I mentioned Parowan because they're one of the other teams still in the tournament. They'll be there tomorrow. That one's fouled off to the left-hand side off the bat of Jason Randall.
Yeah, nice concentration out there by Kel Glover at third base as he catches it off the net on the ricochet.
There's the curveball. That's just slapped. That's going to find a hole. He kind of hesitated as
they bobbled it out. They didn't pick it up clean, and Randall rounds it and picks up the baseball, and then just on his own picks that one up, realizes he's bobbled it, and goes in standing up at second base.
Got a baseball on the field when the kids out there on the
that's
grassy
about
knoll.
The 10th one, isn't it?
Yeah, that grassy knoll will get you.
You got to love the kids out there playing and throwing the ball, but it slopes so much that anything missed, it just bounces out and ends up on the warning track.
Yeah, because there's not much of a lip from the grass to the top of the concrete with that little bitty 2-foot rail fence there.
The third baseman, number 9, Jake Sanderson.
Jake Sanderson coming to bat with Jason Randall at first base and 1 out. Mace Terry struck Jace out his first time up. It's hit. Griffin Bone makes a good stop, but he's not going to. They've got Randall in the rundown. They got him.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Griffin Bone, that shortstop. That was his only play, really. I don't think he's going to get Sanderson at first base, and poor base running by Trayson Randall as he gets way too far off, and second baseman for Kanab right there. Jackson Riddle sneaks in behind, and they get him in the rundown, and good execution.
Good deep there by Griffin Bone. He come up like he was going to throw to first base. Randall took off and got hung out there.
Yeah, just being too aggressive.
So Jake Sanderson will be at first base. A throw across there from Mace Terry. Dutch not out of the woods yet. That brings Rylan Randall to the plate. Rylan had a triple his first time up. That's how Trayson Randall was able to score. There's one that's hit to deep. But right there.
Yeah, Kanab played pretty good as that ball was hit to left center, and McKibby goes and makes the play.
So no runs on the 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. At the end of 3 complete, it's 6-1. Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazier's Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop convenience store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC.
Yes, sir. Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson here. Live coverage. Audio, video, audio. Mid-Utah Radio, video. V6 Media. ChannelB6.com. It doesn't get any better than this. Baseball under the lights. Carson Stauffer throws down the last warm-up pitch from Davis Bracken. We're ready to turn on the action.
Yeah, Kanab, if you look out at the scoreboard, Willie, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. What are you expecting?
Looking for a 4 spot up here, huh?
Yeah, 4 in the fourth.
I ain't as dumb as I look, am I?
You pass your math class when it comes to
scoreboard
patterns.
Scoreboard 101. There's one that's hit right at the third baseman. Good scoop there by Jake Sanderson. Throw a strike across the diamond for out number 1.
Yeah,
the 5-3.
If Kanab's going to get 4 here, they're going to have to do it with 1 out. That ball was hit well, but a nice play by Jake Sanderson there at third base.
Well, you could go to the pattern of 1-2-3-2-1-0, but you just never know. That's not what's on Bracken McCrivy's mind. He's going to come up here and try to work himself aboard. A curveball down in the dirt for ball 1. McQuivy. Base on balls and a 5-3 ground out. Up for his 3rd time. First time, though, facing Davis Bracken. Ball down in the dirt for ball 2.
How many pitches does he have left? I think he's got pitches, right?
He's got some because we saw him earlier in the day.
Yeah, if they need to bring him in, I mean, he can throw 110. Yeah. I think he was in the 80 range. So,
Coach was over asking a little bit, but I didn't hear what Kurt told him.
Yeah.
Between innings, we'll try to get over there and figure out what it is because I lost track of his count.
Yeah, I got some fans yelling here, getting frustrated with the kids and the balls coming out on the field.
Baseball. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and kids under the lights. You can quote me on that. Davis Bracken. Dealing. Strike 1.
That good pitch right there from Bracken. Comes back after falling behind 2-0 with a big strike right there.
Bracken McQuivy. Takes that one up. Ball 3. 3-1.
When the Kanab hitters have been patient and laid off the high stuff, good things have happened for him. And right there, McQuivy lets the high one go, and now he's got a better count. 3-1 to hit with right here.
Go to lay off that one. That's not his pitch. We've seen him popping that one up all day.
Yeah, and the umpire almost tried punching him out, but it's only strike 2.
That's right. He ain't looking at the scoreboard, is he? So he's got that little thing in his left hand for. Oh, that popped up. That's his preservation there, protecting the 2 outs. Fouled off to the right-hand side.
A reminder to please
ball's probably down and in to where it's ball 4, but you never know. And McQuivy doesn't want to leave it up to the umpire, so he fouls that one off.
I'm sure they don't blame him.
Coach Brinkerhoff telling him get the ball out in front of the plate and drive it.
Full count. Oh, swing and a miss. And the ball that was down, a little curveball took something off and got him.
Yeah, another big strikeout right there. Bracken's done a nice job. We saw him earlier in the game.
Number 8, Maddox Fair.
Against Millard. And Coach Bundy goes to him here in this one.
So Maddox Baird comes to the plate. Max had a pretty good day. 1 for 1, base on balls and a run scored. Fouls the first pitch off. Straight back for strike 1.
Yeah, and then hit by a pitch in his second at bat. Playing first base defensively.
That one's going to find a hole up there between third base and shortstop.
That 5-6 hole seems to be a popular spot for both these teams. Lots of base hits getting through that hole.
Rylan Randall out there kind of rubbing up the elbow after diving at that one. Probably got him a strawberry. Yeah, he's not feeling so good about that.
Yeah, Maddox Baird too. 2 for 2 now with the hit by pitch. He's been on all 3 times.
I'm not sure I wouldn't go out there and check on.
Yeah, that's what he's looking. We've seen that earlier with one of the pair 1 players diving back into first base. Sometimes this dirt can be a little abrasive.
Waylon White at the plate. The ever dangerous Waylon White. He went to square but pulled it back and takes ball 1.
That's the thing too, Waylon White, he's got pop. We saw him burn Crouch out there in center field for the triple, but he can lay it down and just, he's dangerous.
Yeah, but he hit it to the right at the 390-foot sign there, about probably 370 feet anyway. The other portions of the ballpark where that one would have got out. Oh, he's over the top of that one. Yeah, because we're 390 to center field, 345 down the right side, 330 down the left side, and 360 in the power alleys. And Waylon White's going to keep them guessing.
Yeah, and Sanderson moves back a little deeper at third after that swing.
Throw over by Davis Bracken. Not in time. Max Baird gets back. Got 2 outs. 6-1 lead for the Cowboys, batting here in the top of the 4th. Ball's down, gets away from Stauffer, and Max Baird scampers to second base. So RBI opportunity.
I was just gonna say that's the one thing Bracken has struggled a little bit out of the stretch. He really feels a lot more comfortable and has thrown a lot better out of the windup, but he has at times, thrown pitches like that out of the stretch. And now right here, Waylon White's just trying to get a base hit and drive him in.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 6-1. Baird's out there at first base. Good stop by Stauffer. Oh, they throw over, but good heads-up base running there by Maddox Baird. He drew the throw, but never went back second.
Well, I think that was the plan, honestly, as he was trying to get off, draw the throw to second, and then just go to third base. What Stauffer should have done is pumped it and checked him and then seen what he was doing and then thrown it on his way back to second versus giving up the base right there.
Yeah, ball 3.
The one thing this does, though, is it allows Bracken to throw out of the windup.
Yep.
He threw back-to-back pitches in the dirt, but he immediately goes to the windup.
Calls that one on the outside portion. Waylon didn't agree, but he steps out. Thinking things over. He'll step back in and see what he can do with the full count pitch. Payoff pitch right here from Davis Bracken. On its way. That ball ripped right up the middle. Well, second baseman Kellen Pisgett over, but he airballs it. Waylon White never slowed down. He's going to third. Are they going to get him? Yes. But the run does score. Right gets the single.
He got the single, and the RBI did what he needed to, but that one didn't quite get far enough away on the overthrow. And good job backing that one up as they throw him out going to second base. But, he's been able to get away with that because of his speed, and right there it catches up to him.
So, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, no running left on. At the end of 3.5, it's 7-1 Kanab. Enterprise will be the bat here in the bottom of the 4th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
Media, we specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help. V6 Media.
Paint projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint products for your needs. They'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint.
Leading off our Enterprise in the fourth.
It's Mace Terry.
The
Mace
second
out there for his
baseman, number 14,
fourth inning work.
Sheldon Peterson.
Held the Enterprise Wolves to 3 hits and 1 run. Holds a 7-1 lead. From the windup. First pitch. Drops that curveball in there for strike 1 to Keldon Peterson. Keldon struck out his first time up back in the first for Enterprise. Called strike 2.
Yeah, Mace Terry just coming out firing strikes right now, and that's what you want to see. Bottom of the fourth, you got the 7-1 lead, just throw strikes.
Ooh, tried to get one by him upstairs. Fouled off to the right-hand side by Keldon Peterson. So Mace Terry will deal the 0-2 again. Curveball. Oh. Keldon Peterson tried to lean into it. Umpire says it missed.
Yeah, stayed in just a little bit, but Peterson definitely was trying to get hit by that one.
This pitch, that curveball hung up there. That drilled a long ways out there, but Bracken McQuippy camping under it for out number 1. F7. Did I cover the positions on the field yet?
You better do that.
I better do that. Every position on the field has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2. First to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right, 7, 8, 9. So the F7 is a fly out to the left fielder. Brings up Parker Staley. First pitch in the dirt, bounces clear off the cement above us and back out towards Mace Terry for ball 1.
Yeah, Mognet seen it get by, and he was looking around, didn't see it here. It's because it was out by the pitcher's mound. You got kind of this underneath first base, behind home plate, third base dugout area, and then you got that cement layer that separates the two for where the bleachers and everybody sits up above, and a lot of balls will hit that and bounce back.
That was hit to the right-hand side as it stays fair. Maddox Baird over there catches it for out number 2.
Yeah, really nice job by Baird, just getting to the fence and finding the fence first and then staying in foul territory right there, getting you out.
Talking about that concrete apron, saying there by Ernie Banks, says it's a good day to play baseball. Let's play 2. Well, we played 4.
Yeah.
Or we're into the 4th one for the day. I'll have at least 2 tomorrow and maybe a 3rd. So, first pitch to Carson Stoffer's in the dirt for ball 1. Got 2 outs in a 7-1 ball game in favor of the Kanab Cowboys here in the bottom of the 4th. Parker Staley at the plate. Mace Terry still on the mound and outside, ball 2. So join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. Probably be on the air a few minutes early.
This is smart right here, Mognet. Pretty much Mace Terry's been just dealing. He gets behind the count 3-0 and he goes right out, calls time, and you know it's easy to. It's not as easy as it looks to come back from a 3-0 on a hitter, but Mognet's telling him, hey, just One pitch at a time. Come back, do it. Let's not give them any base runners this inning. Let's get the third out.
Yeah, the outcome of this game will determine our game in the morning. The way it sets right now, it looks like Kanab would be facing Parowan, but it's just the bottom of the fourth inning. Enterprise at bat there. That's strike.
That's all it takes is just one pitch at a time. You don't want to totally just give up, give in, and walk the guy, but come back and challenge him.
Yeah, ball 4. If Kanab goes on to win, we will have both radio and TV coverage. However, if Enterprise wins, we will just have TV coverage, but we will do the play-by-play on channelv6.com for that game as well. So we'll have the audio and video.
Number 10.
But no radio.
Christensen.
We're not leaving you out.
Yeah, and it looks like Enterprise is going to pinch hit. They're going to bring in number 10. That's Case Christensen. We've seen him last game.
He came in earlier, yeah, for Kyron Brack. He's coming in for Davis Bracken this time. Case Christensen.
That means more than likely Davis Bracken's done pitching too. Enterprise will send someone else out to the mound if that's the case. They got someone down the bullpen warming up.
Oh, curveball stays up. Or it could have been, he's having trouble getting the handle on that changeup that we saw earlier. I'm sure that is just a second base on balls for Mace Terry. Throw over.
Yeah, it is. That's accurate.
Sometimes I get excited and forget this. I started tracking the freebies over here a couple weeks back and try to keep track of that. Oh, swing and a miss from Christensen.
Good looking swing though right there. Coach Bundy obviously has a lot of confidence in Christensen, using him in pinch hit situation.
Carson Stauffer at first base. Ball stays down. 2-1 count. Carson Stauffer got good speed, but I'm not sure he's going to want to test R.J. Magnette down by 5, down by 6.
That's exactly, you might, but when you're down 6, you just can't afford to.
That one takes a little something off of that. Case Christensen's out on his front foot. And just fouls that one off back behind here. So he evens the count at 2-2. Mace Terry ready to deal here. Whoa.
That ball just got away. Unfortunate for Terry right there. It didn't hit Christensen as it got up over the top of him, and RJ's able to go get it.
So it counts full. The runner on first and 2 outs. There he goes. Christensen trying to hit something behind him. Yep. Did they call the balk? Okay, so no pitch. So we'll put the balk in the freebie department again and go with 1. R.J. Magnette going out and talk to Mace Terry.
We've seen that Enterprise Enterprise got away with it. Miller got nailed twice. We've seen it earlier in this game. Enterprise got away with 1, and then Kanab gets nailed with it right there. And almost every one of these balks are just because of
no.
Yeah, most of these are all because of no pause.
Yeah. Kurt asking for the if that pitch counted, it did not because of the balk. So gets an extra pitch. There's one that's still with Stauffer on the move. That's going to score. Oh, he falls down. Falls down and then.
But once again, look how key that block was. Puts guy at second, otherwise no block. He's at first base, and he might get to third. More than likely, the ball hit the left field right there, and only gets to second base. But instead, with the block call, everybody's able to run across.
So 7-2 is your score. Case Christensen at first base. With the pitch hit single and an RBI. Swing and a miss from outside portion. 2 outs. There's a pitch. Ooh, close. It misses. Even things up at 1-1. 2 outs. We'll run across. Cut the deficit 7-2 for the Enterprise Wolves. Kanab leading 7-2. The ball's down. Ball 3. Scoreboard says 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors for the Kanab Cowboys. 2 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors for the Enterprise Wolves.
Yeah, Enterprise getting a little life in the dugout as they get that key 2-out single and score a run. Cut into that 6-run lead and make it 7-2, only 5 runs. Terry's just got to settle in and throw strikes right here, not worry about that runner at first base.
Comes with that off-speed pitch that he's had trouble holding on to. Griffin Bones is going to come in and talk to him now. And remind him, say, hey, we got good defense behind you here. Let's pitch to your defense. 3-1, 2 outs. Christensen at first base. Terry ready to deliver the 3-1. Swing and a miss from Anzalone.
Anzalone flew out to left field in his first at bat. This is his second time up to bat.
So it counts full. Terry ready to deliver the payoff pitch. Here it comes. That ball ripped right at Bracken McCreevy in left field. He's going to come up with it. Get it into the infield.
Yeah, and right now Enterprise kind of got a little bit of life with 2 outs. It started with a 2-out walk, and then you get a balk and a base hit and score a run, and then another base hit, and Enterprise with runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
We've talked about it through the season. Robert and I have the 2-out mistake starting to rally. Got some kids scampering to the bullpen down there for Coach Mason Fox. First pitch to Brady Crouch is up.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Coach Fox hasn't just gone out there to talk to them, slow things down, and get their guys a chance to get warmed up and settle in and just talk to Mace Terry right here.
Those ones fouled off to the, I thought that was going to get the lights up there.
I was going to test the old light bars.
Down off to the right-hand side. Crouch is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Fly out to right field and a strikeout. So the third time through, let's see if they can figure out Mace Terry. Kretz takes that curveball, lifts it to right field. Waylon White. Oh, that goes to Lane Sims for out number 3 on the F9. But Enterprise comes up with 1 run. Do so on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on. So at the end of 4 full innings, it's 7-2. And we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with B6 Media.
For Enterprise, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on.
At Visa.
Along with Bracken in there too.
That's
So.
me to remember the critters on the carousel. I ain't doing that. Just about as many pitches we've seen today as there are critters on the merry-go-round. Been a good day of baseball here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. 7-2 here going to the top of the 5th. The visitors, Kanab Cowboys, up 7-2 on Enterprise Wolves, number 2 Enterprise Wolves. Kanab number 5 win the final RPI. 9 hits, 7 runs. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for the Enterprise Wolves. For once, my book agrees with the scoreboard. That is a rarity, folks.
Number 11, Cale Glover.
As rare as the cycle in baseball. Been a long day. I couldn't remember what.
Someone just hit the cycle. Who was it the other day?
It was I can't remember. I was watching the replay of that.
Yeah.
Ball 1 to Cale Glover from Jake Sanderson. Ball 2. Got the dugout for the Kanab Cowboys. We talked about them being lively there. Keeping things lively out here with the 7-2 lead. Cheering on Cale Glover. We've been playing third base throughout the tournament for Coach Mason Fox, and he takes ball 3.
It was Christian Yelich. They hit that cycle.
That's right. Yelich. Is he still with the Braves? I mean, with the Milwaukee
Brewers. Yeah.
Brewers, yeah. Used to be the Braves.
Yeah, and he becomes the first player in the MLB history to hit for the cycle 3 times against the same team.
Oh, boy.
He completed the feat with a triple amid a 6-run 9th inning in the Brewers' 14-11 loss.
Did it in a loss? No runs.
Yeah.
So, Cale Glover draws the walk. Third base on balls given up by the Enterprise staff.
The right fielder, number 20.
So not only is it a rarity to hit the cycle, but to hit it 3 times against the same team. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yelich, quite the ball player. And he's a very unimposing looking ball player. Tall, skinny kid, but he got some pop. Cale Glover got a good lead. Sims squares to bunt the ball in the dirt, and Cale Glover's going to end up down at second base on ball 1.
You know, we talk about major league players. There's been quite a few that have played here on this field.
Well, no kidding. You know, one comes to mind is that left-handed hitter for the Philadelphia Eagles, the bad boy, huh?
Yep, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper. He had a son played here on this field with the Marshals. That ball's hit past the first baseman. They're going to hold up Cale Glover. Base hit, good piece of hitting on one down and away to Lane Sims. He just goes that way with it.
Yeah, Lane Sims now 2 for 3 on the day. Got a single, popped up to shortstop, and then gets another single right there. And Kanab back in business with runners at first and third, and good piece of hitting. You know, the ball was out on the outer side part of the plate, and he just stepped with it and went that direction.
We got something wrong with the glove on
I believe it's because it's the color of the glove. Maybe.
Huh. I don't know, but the umpire came to him and talked to him.
I think he's asking for a different glove, but interesting. Took the ball and glove, everything in there with him. Yeah, he's going to come out in a darker glove. Too much of a white colored glove, and it's got to be a dark glove.
What will they think of next?
Well, it's interesting.
Cheaters.
Because you watch the lefty for, I think it's Kikuchi for the Blue Jays. And it's supposed, in the MLB, it's supposed to match the color scheme of your uniform, and he uses a bright yellow in the color of that power box you got there in front of you.
How about the pitcher, number 2, Mace Terry.
So, Mace Terry coming to bat.
Now, Terry wants a little redemption. He felt like he got cheated out of a swing last time up, so I'm interested to watch how he approaches the plate this time up.
Runners at first and third after that single to the right side by Lane Sims. So Terry squares but pulls it back and takes strike 1.
Yeah, and it's not that he attempted the strike. He pulled it back like you said, Willie. It was that the pitch was just a strike. Sometimes you see it because they attempted it. It was a ball. But in that situation right there, that was a strike. He should have just, if he was supposed to bunt, went ahead and stayed down on it and bunted the baseball.
No. Must be his intention because he squared as well.
Yeah, and he knows the defense right now. Third base is coming in. Runner at third, runner at first. Holding the runner. He's trying to push that one to first base.
So the 1-1 squares again up. He missed that one. That's what he's trying to do, is trying to push it to first base, or at least to the first base side.
Yeah, now it's a 1-2 count. And sometimes right there, it's not, in my opinion, he's basically given up a run. It's a safety first squeeze with the runner at third, move the runner from first to second, but he tried to push bunt it for a base hit, and now he's down in the count 1-2.
Pitch, swing up, trying to do the monkey see, monkey do, and go to that right-hand side like Lane Sims did, but just fouls it off to stay alive. One down and away, he went with it that way. Jackson Riddle standing in the on-deck circle. Unless we get a triple play, he's going to get a chance to. And things are right for triple play. We got 2 runners on and a man at the plate. I've seen stranger things happen. Curveball misses.
We talked about hitting for the cycle. That's one of those things, triple play, not too often. How about the unassisted triple play?
Yeah. I'd like to look up the odds on that one.
I had one of those back in Little League when I was about 12 years old.
There's one. It's the same way. Hit right to that right-hand side. First baseman had got off, but gets back in time.
And that's actually basically, the same type of situation he was trying to do, is to bunt the baseball that way, score the runner from third, move the runner from first to second. He gets it done with the hit and putting the ball in play to that right side versus the bunt. So a good piece of hitting that time from Mace Terry.
He's just gone at it wrong. Got somebody up there to take the ball that way, like to do that.
Yeah. That's a really good at-bat.
Hey, fouled off a second strike to give himself new life and come up with that RBI. So Jackson Riddle gets one out front. Stauffer picks it up, throws it.
That's a heck of a play right there.
Yes, it
was. But we talked about Stauffer earlier, too. One of the quickest catchers when we talk about footwork and getting out of his stance and making a play and things like that. You saw it right there. Stauffer's as good as it gets when it comes to that.
And if you're at channelp6.com, you got to see it with us. R.J. Magnette with 2 outs. Curveball.
A really good curveball right there to Magnette.
Don't do that again, though, because that was in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, you want to keep it down.
That one's down. They throw back.
Got him. Stauffer's showing off. He's making a case for one of the best catchers here in this tournament now.
Yes, he is.
2 back-to-back really good plays.
So R.J. Magnette will get a chance next inning. We come up with 1 run. They do so on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on. At the end of 5.5, it is 8-2 in favor of the Kanab Cowboys. Coming back to you on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
The staff and management of King County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm, professional atmosphere while providing care for community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at the bottom of the 5th inning at Gates Field. Mace Terry still on the mound for the Kanab Cowboys. He's going to face the 2-3-4 hitters in the Enterprise lineup. Trayson Randall, Jake Sanderson, and Ryland Randall.
Yeah, and it looked like last inning that Coach Fox maybe may have to make a change, and he sent some guys to the bullpen really quick. He never did come out of the dugout and talk to Terry. He let him stay in there, and he got that fly out to right field to end the inning. But, Terry so far has done a nice job. He scattered 5 hits and only give up the 2 runs.
You're exactly right. So he's going to have to do it to the tough part of the Enterprise lineup again. Randall brothers with Jake Sanderson sandwiched in there. Trayson Randall up first. Trayson's 2 for 2 in the ball game with a run scored. Takes a curveball for strike 1.
Yeah, it's a good way to start if you're Mace Terry. Come in that first pitch strike and a nice looking curveball.
Fastball on the outside portion that misses.
Yeah, trying to keep the ball in the outer half here to Trayson Randall, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
There's one, the curveball back door that he lifts foul to the left-hand side. Good recognition there.
Well, that's why he fouled that off, too, because that was a good spot from Terry keeping it on that outside. Randall likes it in.
Yep. Try to go out a little farther. Misses to even things up at 2-2.
Trayson, just a sophomore.
He's going to just poke one out there to left field.
Yeah, and that was a really good pitch from Mace Terry, but just a better piece of hitting as he did. He had 2 strikes on him. He just slapped that one into left field, and he didn't try to do too much.
So that'll bring up Jake Sanderson.
The pitcher, number 9,
Jake struck out and was on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. So 0 for 1. Trayson takes a good lead. They have yet to test.
With Sanderson is gearing up right there, big hack.
They did send a runner with 2 outs earlier, but I believe there was a pop-up that ended the inning. Swing and a miss.
Another big hack. Sanderson just swinging over the top of it, but really trying not just to get a base hit here, but drive something deep.
Time to shorten up here. 0-2. Nobody out. Runner on first. 8-2 ball game in favor of Kanab. That one's popped up. R.J. Monknet's going to come back here and check us out. So Jake Sanderson stays alive. The 0-2 pitch. We're going to do it again right here. On his way, curveball over the top. Sanderson ducks and then says, dang. Why'd they do that? Put a base runner on for Ryland Randall.
Yeah, Mace Terry, the senior, giving everything he's got to help extend his team's season and give Coach Fox out one more game.
Yeah, trying to extend the season and the career of Coach Mason Fox, who's giving it up this year when the season's done. I don't know how to do baseball without Mason Fox around. So the 1-2 from Terry. Curveball, good stop there by R.J. Magnette on about a 56-footer.
Yeah, it was, but Sanderson didn't chase it. Sanderson 0 for 2, still looking for his first hit this game.
Trying to help his own cause as he's the pitcher up. Boy, he hits that one a mile high. Bracken McQuivy comes in. He's got it for out number 2. Out number 1.
Yeah, that's
the first out.
Yep. And Sanderson just, like I say, just lifted it, flew out to the left field.
So Ryland Randall up for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2. So we talk about the 3rd time around. Since they solved the puzzles, Tracy Randall did. He's 3 for 3. Here's his brother, Ryland Randall. Throw across. I'm guessing they're brothers.
That's my guess too.
Brothers like or cousin brothers, one of the
they're
two.
all lefties and they throw right-handed, but they learned at a young age to hit from the left side.
So it makes you wonder what dad, if he wasn't the same way. Throw right, bat left. Ball 1. Don't know much of the history of the family. Be a good conversation.
I believe Coach Randall's their basketball coach down there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they had an older brother, Levi Randall, too. Same thing.
Yep.
All of them good baseball players, good athletes all the way around. Good speed,
Yeah, we watched them in the tournament down in Dixie the last time we were down there for the 2A tournament. Levi Randall was there. Played center field, pitched.
Yeah.
Pick off attempt. Not in time. So 2-ball count to Ryland Randall. There's one that's drilled towards the right fielder. Catches it. It's Lane Sims on the F9. Foul number 2.
Yeah,
Get right on the button.
That ball was squared up well, but just hit right to the right fielder there, Lane Sims, and he didn't have to move, but the ball was squared up really well.
He did take a couple steps back, but then came back in, back in 2 steps to catch the baseball. And that brings up Keldon Peterson, 0 for 2 in the ballgame. A strikeout and a fly out to left field. Another pickoff attempt, a little late. No. Here's the pitch. Runner faked like he's going to go and kind of pulled Baird off, but he gets over there and makes the catch in foul territory for the P3 and out number 3. So they get a runner on, but they stand him there at first base. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 1 left on. At the end of 5 complete, it's 8-2 in favor of the Kanab Cowboys. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Network with V6 Media.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience prime quality in their meat department with fresh-made Angus specialty hamburgers and meats, as well as delicious smoked chicken, ribs, and pulled pork, all smoked fresh daily. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home, Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, we're back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School 2A baseball. Elimination game between the Kanab Cowboys and the Enterprise Wolves. Right now, Enterprise on the short end of an 8-2 ball game. And we're going to go right back where we left off. R.J. Magnette at the plate after Lane Sims was caught for the third out on a pickoff there at third base from a quick throw from Carson Stauffer.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick turnaround, for either of these two teams that win this one. Kanab obviously right now the 8-2 lead, but they turn around and play the early game at 10 o'clock against Parowan.
They don't have to be as early as we do. I'm not feeling sorry for them, especially if they win the ball game.
I don't think they'll care either.
No.
They'll be happy to be playing at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll give Coach a hard time after this ball game about his lineup card. I think I'll have him text it to me tonight when he gets back to the room. Yeah, there's a called strike one. Kind of a joke with all the people we're talking about. I'm out hunting lineup cards pretty early in, and people don't realize we go on usually, anywhere from 25 to 15 minutes before the game. There's one that's drilled to the right, hole over right center field. I think it's going to go all the way to the fence. R.J. Magnette on his way to second. I think they're going to hold him up there.
Yeah, Magnette with a nice line shot into that right center gap for the double, and he's giving the guns to the dugout over there.
Yep, 11th hit. He finally got the monkey off his back. He'd been flying out, struck out. He had a hit back in the second inning. A single.
The shortstop, number 4, Griffin Bone.
So he's 2 for 4 in the ball game. Griffin Bone comes to the plate. 1 for 3 in the ball game with a run scored. Scored the first run for the Cowboys. Find themselves up 8-2. Jake Sanderson, the pitcher. He got that up. That's going to get away. RJ's going to go to third base. Sliding in head first.
Yeah, good base running by Magnette, but now this is where you can't get too far down the line. We seen last inning, that's how the inning ended, is Carson Stauffer rifled one down the third baseline, and
got Lane Sims.
Coming too far down the line.
Griffin Bone, he bounces one down there to the third baseman. Davis back and picks it up and throws it to first. Going to get him on the good 5-3 play from Davis Bracken there for out number 1.
Yeah, really good pick there at first base. I believe that's still Trayson Randall, right?
Yeah, Trayson Randall.
Really good pick there at first base.
And then from the outfield, the Randall boys, they can play just about any place on the field. I didn't think we saw Trayson Randall last year catch a ball game when Carson Stauffer was pitching. That was against Gunnison, in Gunnison. Robert and I did that ball game. Short on there, that's hit right at Trayson Randall. He's going to come home. Up, drops the ball. Carson Stauffer. That's about the only thing Carson Stauffer's done wrong today. Yeah, it looks like Magnette might have tore up the hand
his hand a little bit. That's the one thing about home plate. You start, just make sure you tell your players, and I really emphasize sliding in home with your feet first, just for safety reasons. And right there, hopefully he's not cut up too bad, but he did. He cut up his finger. But nonetheless, he was going on contact because that ball was hit kind of short. But that's a play that Enterprise normally gets the out, and ball just comes out of Stauffer's glove.
Everything was hit softly, so they had to speed everything up, and ball one hop there, and Stauffer couldn't hold on to it.
Well, and if he's not going on contact, he's definitely out. But that's why it was such a bang play at home.
Yep. Runner takes off. Stauffer throws to the shortstop side, and McQuiggy's in there. with the stolen base. On ball one in the dirt. Maddox Baird. Well, we're going to hope that R.J. Magnet's not seriously hurt, and maybe just a Band-Aid going to take care of something.
Another run there sitting at second base, though, and Coach Fox and the Cowboys would love to see that run come in and make this a 8-run ball game.
Well, that ball's beat foul off the foot of Maddox Baird. Now leaving the count at 1-1. One out. One run across. One more inning after this one. Well, we're in the top of the sixth, so I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Pitch, ooh, nice curveball. Dialed in there for strike two.
You know, we've seen a lot of pitchers today, but Sanderson might have one of the better curveballs that we've seen too.
He's got that short arm motion. It looks like he just pushes the ball at you. That ball's hit right at Rylan Randall at first, or at shortstop. I mean, he throws across the dugout. Good dig there by his brother. For the 6-3 put out.
I'll tell you what, two big plays this inning there at first base. Another good pick by Trayson Randall to get the out.
You know, you're talking about Jake Sanderson. I still have nightmares about a kid I faced in high school. Rick Huddleston threw just like that. Came from a little bitty 1A school out in the eastern plains of Colorado. But boy, that kid just befuddled me. Waylon White. He bounces towards the first baseman, Jason Randall. He's going to step on the base for out number 3. The G3. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on. So at the end of 5.5, it's 9-2 in favor of Kanab on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazier's Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop convenience store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
Well, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. We're still waiting to see if R.J. Magnet's going to come out of the dugout here after a slide in at home. Looked like he might have injured the throwing hand. Mace Terry's out there taking the warm-up pitches while we wait.
Yeah,
still huddle over there at the
still not
other
sure.
end of the dugout.
Hopefully he's all right. I mean, you know, knowing RJ, it'd take a lot to get him out of the game, but they're helping. I think.
Hello.
Wake up.
Leave my box alone, boys.
They're down there putting on the catcher's gear, and I'm not sure if that's RJ or someone else.
I don't know.
It looks almost like someone else,
We'll
to
see
be
here
honest.
in a few minutes. Yeah, I don't know why they would be helping RJ unless the hand can't.
Unless he can't,
Buckle
no grip, which
Yeah.
is going to be tough because even gripping a bat or.
Well,
yeah, Mason just come out.
Well, he didn't give us substitutions, so.
No, which you don't necessarily need to report it defensively.
No, that's true.
Unless it's pitcher, but that might be RJ.
Okay, that's what we were surmising here.
Yeah, that's they are just trying to get it taken care of. He did cut his finger up, and it's been for a couple outs in there, really. So they're really working on it. And like I say, it's going to take a lot. But he immediately, after sliding into home, come up and looked at his finger. You could see the blood. And
well, you know, super glue takes a while to cure too. If you have to use that instead of stitches at this stage of the ball game. But I could see an R.J. Magnette going with the super glue instead of the stitches. They definitely don't want to leave the ball game. It's him.
Yeah, he's gonna come in, but they kind of helped
got
put
the
his
Ninja
gear on
Turtle
while they were doing the
chest protector there. Yeah, they were. It's on his thumb. That's going to be interesting. Let's see how this throw goes down here. R.J. Magnette got the thumb taped up on his throwing hand.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's hurting him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll take some
gonna be
attention
tough.
tonight. They ain't going to be able
For one, he had a hard time just getting the ball out of the glove, and then he just kind of floats it down there to second base. But obviously, adrenaline and stuff's going to kick in, and he's going to throw the ball as hard as if he didn't have it cut and taped up. But the one question I had is, you know, at some point, Kanab may use him as a pitcher, but he's not going to be able to pitch with that on his finger.
Strike one from Mace Terry. Well, I had it cut on my thumb one time. You can still see a little bit of the scar there, and that's what I did. I just had my wife super glue it. Of course, I wasn't playing catcher at that time. Foul down the left-hand side.
Just gets out, but Staley right there really getting under it, lifting that one to left field down the line foul.
Quick 0-2 count as well. Going to be back here for 10 o'clock ball game. Winner of this game going to face the Parowan Rams. That's going to off the glove of Lane Sims in right field. You don't see that very often.
No, that's one that just literally bounced right out of the glove. I just maybe scored it too soon.
There's a bank of lights right here directly above us. You know, and I'm just wondering if they had trouble with them lights last night. So,
well, and sometimes that's all it takes to another team to get a little momentum instead of
the first error on the board.
Yeah, and instead of getting that first guy out, it's one of those that it's tough on a pitcher.
Yeah, there it goes. One right up the middle.
Well, we've seen Enterprise. They can quickly put up a big inning. That's all it starts with. Sometimes it's just an error or a walk or you know, a hustle play, things like that, and everybody kind of just gets some momentum going. We've seen Chase Christensen in his first at-bat in the ball game come up with a big single and an RBI.
Yeah, so it's a 9-2 ball game with 2 runners on for the Enterprise Wolves. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch from Terry. Gets away from R.J. Magnette.
Yeah, and right now Kanab just got to settle in. Even if Enterprise does go get those 2 runs, you know, it's a 9-4 ball game. You still got a 5-run lead at that point, but you're still playing for outs. Not so much worried about those runners on base as you are getting 3 outs.
So 1 ball to Christensen. Came on as a pitch hitter. That was up from Terry. Up behind the head of Case Christensen. Came into the ball game for Cairo and Bracken. He's the DH of record in the ball game right now. The 0-2 count. Or 2-0 count, I should say. There's the 2-0. Ball 3.
Mace Terry, though, doesn't seem to get too rattled out there.
No,
just
really
keeps pitching.
A walk doesn't hurt him that bad because it does set up a force play anywhere. We still do have a 7-run cushion. Gail Glover comes across to pick that up. 5-3 on a 3-0 pitch.
Yeah, Kel Glover, you know, just a freshman. He's had a great tournament, good-looking player. You know, Griffin Bone, sophomore. Maddox Baird, a sophomore.
Yep.
Lane Sims, a sophomore. This Waylon White, just a junior. Jackson Riddle, a sophomore. This Kanab team, young. They got some key seniors, and they're going to lose those guys, and it's going to hurt seeing them go. But they've got a lot of good nucleus young players.
There's another one up the middle. Good check. That's going to score 2. And Waylon White unable to pick that one up. So the first hit in the inning is going to plate 2. Well, the second hit in the inning, I should say, is going to plate 2. So it's a 9-4 ball game with 1 out. Runner on first base. And back at the top of the order, Brady Crouch. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Throw across from Terry.
Well, once again, they got the 2 runs. It's 9-4. Kanab with the 5-run lead. Still playing for 2 outs now. They've got 1.
Pitch is down.
Really not a lot hurt if you can get 2 more outs and get out of this inning with the 5-run lead. I think Coach Fox would be happy with that. Obviously, he wouldn't want to give up any runs, but at the same time, he'd be happy only giving up the 2.
Ball 2. There's one that's hit right back up the middle. Wow. Maybe knocked down there by the second baseman.
Yeah, that's a base hit.
Jackson Riddle, but base hit all the way. So back-to-back hits, 3rd hit in the inning.
Yeah,
Coach Mason Fox, I think he's seen enough.
Yeah, he has. He's going to go out there and definitely talk about it. But you got Trayson Randall, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles, coming to the plate, and then
he takes. Yep. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're really obviously Crouch right there hitting a single, but now you're 2, 3, 4, 5, and Mace Terry is going to come out of the game. He's had a great game. He's pitched really well.
Let's see who they're going to hand the ball to. It's a 9-4 ball game.
I think they're going to go to McQuivy. He's still got a few pitches left in him, and he nods his head, tells Coach Fox he can get the job done. So
McQuivy comes in from left field. Number 14. Well, we'll go to a quick break while we figure out who they're going to put in left field. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazier's Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop convenience store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit King County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Live high school sports action on
KSVC.
Okay, I think we've figured things out here at the ball field. Gates Field, 2A state baseball elimination game between Kanab and Enterprise. It's a 9-4 ball game with 1 out, 2 runners on. Bracken McCribby's going to come on. He's thrown 87 pitches for the day, so that's going to give him 23 to try and use up, getting through the rest of the ball game here. And Carson Blomquist comes in, replacing Mace Terry, and he'll take over in left field.
Yeah, we've seen McQuivy had a really good game earlier against Beaver. And he comes in a tough spot right here, but Coach Fox trusting him and giving him the ball right here.
Anzalone at second. Brady Crouch at first. So good speed on the bases for Trayson Randall. Trayson pops one up towards Waylon White out in center field. He's going to camp under that. He's got the F8.
Yeah,
that's number 2.
That's the first time they've got Trayson Randall out all game, and comes in one pitch. Sometimes just a little different look. McQuivy, the senior, pretty poised out there on the mound, coming in, realizing the situation. Got a lead, just throws strikes, gets the fly out. Sanderson coming up 0 for 3 strikeout, fielder's choice, and a fly out to left field his last time up.
Well, there's another one. Skied out there. Bone going back. He's got it for out number 3. So the P6 is going to end the rally, but they do come up with 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits with 1 error and 2 runners left on. So at the end of 6th, it's 9-4. Kanab will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For Enterprise in the 6th, 2 runs on 3. Leading off for Kanab, the third baseman, number 11, Cale Glover. The right fielder, number 20, Lane Sims.
So the 0-1. That ripped long ways, but that's going to go foul. Got the kids scrambling for a pitch down there.
We've seen quite a few balls hit down there.
So a quick 0-2 to Lane Sims with 1 out. Going to call timeout. What we got going on here? Got a ball.
I think they threw it back in, yeah. Lane Sims so far, single, popped up to the shortstop, and then another single. So he's 2 for 3.
So he steps in with an 0-2 count. Jake Sanderson's come in and done a pretty fair job of handcuffing the thing. He has given up 1 run. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. So we will be here, like we say, at 10 o'clock, first game tomorrow. It still remains to be seen if Kanab does, in fact, close this one out. We'll be on the radio. But regardless, we'll be at channelv6.com for coverage.
Yeah, Lane Sims battling right there, doing a nice job laying off that pitch down the dirt.
Said Parawan awaits the winner of this ballgame. There's a curveball for strike 3 looking.
Yeah, kind of frozen. I think he was expecting something else after the last pitch was a curveball in the dirt, and he comes back, does Jake Sanderson with another curveball and freezes Lane Sims.
So that's going to bring up Carson Blomquist. His first time up facing pitching staff with the innovate. Hits one towards the second baseman. Peterson kind of nonchalance it, made it closer than it needed to be.
Yeah, Blomquist gets down the line really good. Kind of frustrated right there, but he hit the ball well and he really hustled down the line, and now he's just got to go play defense out there in left field. Kanab just needs 3 outs.
So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on at the end of 6.5. It's 9-4. We're going to the final half of the 7th inning. Enterprise coming to bat. They will, let's look and see here. We're just going to stay here for this one. They were going to bring 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Ryland Randall, Keldon Peterson, and Parker Staley. Second inning of work here for Bracken McQuivy, who came on. He has 88 pitches, so he's still got, what's that? Do the math for me. 22 pitches left?
That's right.
Look at there. Dang, I keep telling you guys, I'm not as dumb as I look.
Well, and Ryland Randall will start things off, like you said. He tripled in an RBI his first at-bat. He flew out to left field and then hit the ball really well to right field, but right at Lane Sims and in his last at-bat. And then you got Keldon Peterson strike out, fly out to left field, and then a pop-up to the first baseman. And Parker Staley, he drew a walk. He popped up to the first baseman and then got on the E9.
Yeah, so Bracken McQuivy threw 87 pitches earlier in the day. Came on last inning, threw 1 pitch to get a pop-up from Jake Sanderson, the opposing pitcher, to get Kanab out of the inning after a 2-run rally by Enterprise to draw to the close it to a 5-run deficit at 9-4. So tough out here at the plate. Ryland Randall had a single back in the first inning, was stranded at third and was popped up twice. Popped up to the left field, popped up to the right field. Both have been deep.
Again, right now, that's the defense Kanab needs to have. They need to deepen up in the outfield. They need to play the corners. The line, it's no doubles defense right now because you're not. Even though Randall's got really good speed, he has been thrown out once. We saw that in the Millard game where he got thrown out, caught stealing. But they're down 5 runs. They can't afford any base path.
That's
mistakes.
drilled out towards Lane Sims. He just lets it drop in front of him.
Yeah, and see
gets it back in a hurry.
That's a perfect defense for Kanab. That's that no doubles defense. If he's normally playing where he's at, that's a double, maybe a triple. So same situation. You keep the ball in front of you and make the plays. Everything else just stays in front.
Keldon Peterson coming up, but we know we got an injury to R.J. Magnet's throwing hand. Let's see if they test him to stay out of the force play here.
I kind of doubt they will, to be honest, but you never know. Coach Bundy's one of those that, you can't always predict what he's going to do. He lets his batters, most of them, swing 3-0, just up to them, and lets them steal the bases, up to them, and, most of the time it works out.
Ball 1. If anybody was going to test him on the team, I think it would be this man. Talking about Ryland Randall. Ball 2 upstairs.
Well, and Randall's a smart player. Even if it was up to him, green light to go or not, he understands the situation. His run means nothing. You know, you got to have 5 runs just to tie it. You're trying to win the game and get to tomorrow, so you can't have any mistakes.
So 2-0. Pitch is on its way here. Bracken McCrimmon upstairs again. Ball 3.
Well, and this is where you just have to really cut it out on the mound and you know, really throw it in there and just same thing. You're going to give up a hit or two, but you don't want to give up the free passes.
Well, you've got 5 runs to work with here. Keldon Peterson with the 3-ball count. There's strike 1.
Well, this is the other situation too. A lot of teams right here, they're playing behind at first base. They're going to give you the base. You know, they literally don't care about that runner at first base. They're playing for 3 outs and they're playing behind, but Kanab's going to go ahead and hold him on.
Strike 2.
Nice job of McQuivy coming back after he falls behind 3-0. He shoves 2 fastballs right down the middle and makes this a full count. And now Peterson, you know, he's got to challenge him right here on the full count, make Peterson make a decision.
He's at 95 pitches right now. Losing with 15. There's the pitch. Nope. Says it's inside. Going to watch him.
Yep, a little bit up and in, and Peterson good at bat. And the other thing that hurts Kanab is the pitch count's getting up. You can go to 110 and then finish that batter, but you can't walk guys.
96 with no outs. So Enterprise, that's going to bring Parker Staley 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. That's up as well. Ball 1.
Then there's literally, I mean, obviously nobody in the pen. It's going to be McQuivy, go as far as you can, and then Coach Fox is going to have to make a decision and figure it out from there.
It's 97. From McQuivy. A little drama here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Not only do we have 2 runners on, we got no outs. We're up against the pitch count maybe. McQuivy still dealing high.
Yeah, you just got to really bend the back and follow through, get that ball out in front, throw it downhill. But it's tough too. He threw 80-something pitches and he's had some time off, and bring him in. He got 2 big outs last inning.
There's a ball on the strike on the inside corner. Staley thought it was a ball. He steps out and step back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Ryan Randall at second. Keldon Peterson at first. So good speed on the bases. Now they're playing behind Keldon Peterson over there. There's the pitch. That one's popped towards Maddox Baird over at first base. He comes in, he's going to pick up the clean 3. Out number 1.
That's a really big out, and an out that not only McQuivy needed, but this whole Kanab team really needed to get that one, kind of get the monkey off the back, settle in.
The catcher, number
Sometimes
11,
there's a lot of pressure that last inning to go out there and get those 3 outs.
Yep, and that's pitch 100 with Stauffer coming to bat. Stauffer's 0 for 2 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 runs scored. He skied one here earlier in the game that been as high as we've seen one hit in the ball field. Here's the pitch from McQuivy. Fouled back. Strike 1.
Lane Sims coming in a little bit closer, obviously, with Randall up. He was playing a lot deeper. Coming in a little closer with Stauffer, maybe taking away that flare to right field, but they're still fairly deep there in left field. And Waylon White pretty much just straight up there in center field.
We've seen him cover a lot of real estate out there. Waylon White in particular. So the 0-1 on its way. The stop for the runner goes. RJ Magnette throws a strike there. Looked like
that was a really good throw, and if Glover actually catches the ball, I think they had Randall out at third base, but he didn't quite catch it. He was trying to swipe a little too soon, but same thing. If you're Kanab, Coach Fox and the coaching staff's got to just tell those players, hey, those runs mean nothing.
101 is
let's just get the batter and focus on getting 2 outs.
Yeah, 101, 1 out. 0-2 count to Stauffer. Took something off and he fouls it off to stay alive in the count.
Well, and this is the key batter right now for McQuivy, and if he can get him right here in the next pitch or two, then he's going to be able to for sure finish off
what should be the last hitter.
What should be the last hitter, as long as he doesn't give up a hit or anything else, and be able to finish these next 2 batters. If he can sit them down in order.
Here's the 0-2. We'll do it again. That's popped up again. Same thing. Pitch number 103. So, going to do the 0-2 again. It's a second foul ball after the second strike here to Stauffer, the catcher. McQuivy ready to deal. Here's the pitch right there.
Kanab is not going to like that one. They felt like that was strike 3. Throw Stauffer.
Pitch number 104. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Randall and Peterson out there. Here's the pitch. That's just hit weakly. But it's going to go as an infield hit. Just that back English on that one just got over the mound. Little fly ball.
Yeah, that one just kind of got it right off the handle, just enough to get it over the top of the pitcher, but drops it right in front of the second base, and neither Bone nor Riddle can get. Riddle fields it obviously, but there's just no play.
I have that as pitch 105 unofficially. He's got 3 more, so he's 107. I missed one on here. Yep.
Yeah, if you can get Christensen to get out in one of these first 2 pitches, he'll have 1 more batter.
So the bases are full. But that's not going to do it. That ball's down.
So now he needs him to pop up or do something on this pitch. Other than that, this will be the last batter he'll face.
He's the number 8 hitter in the lineup. From the windup. Down again. So this will be his last batter he faces. He can finish. Yep, he can finish this man right here. So the 2-0 pitch from McQuivy. That's going to catch the corner.
Yeah, this is a key at bat for Christensen, and McQuivy, really wants to get him.
Yep.
They got the 5-run lead. They don't want to give up a run and let him on and bring up the tying run to the plate.
There it is, strike 2.
That just challenged him right there, and Christensen with a big hack swings right through that one.
Good pitch there on the outer portion and down. So 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Enterprise Wolves. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off to the right-hand side.
A good piece of hitting. Christensen kind of going down after that one to foul it off. Good spot from McQuivy.
So the 2-2 pitch on its way. Curveball in the dirt. Good stop there by Mognath. That's going to make the count full.
Yeah, pretty good idea right there from McQuivy to challenge him. Go with the curveball, but Christensen, really disciplined hitter at the plate. He says, I'm not swinging at that pitch. So right here, it's pretty much just going to be a fastball. Challenge him and let your defense make a play.
7th pitch in the at-bat. Case Christensen. There's the pitch. You run him up.
Got him on the inside part of the plate. Big strikeout.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a pitching change. So while we're waiting to find out what's going to go on, we'll get back for a word from our sponsors. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488 at 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, any place. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and Mobile Catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazers Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazers Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop convenience store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazers Family Market in Kanab.
The staff and management of Kane County Hospital provides professional care for you and your family. Their skilled nursing facility, medical, surgical, radiology, and laboratory personnel offer a calm and professional atmosphere while providing care for the community and visitors alike. Their 15-bed skilled nursing facility offers residents an astounding panoramic view while delivering the security and comfort of home. Healing happens here. Kane County Hospital in Kanab, supporting academics and athletics at our Kane County schools.
Your home for high school sports.
KSBC.
Okay, pitch and change here. New pitcher for Coach Mason Fox. It'll be number 15, Logan Beater. Not sure what McQuivy did. They don't have to report that portion of the change here. Defensive change until his position comes up. Should it go that far? Should we go to another inning? But it's a 9-4 ball game with 2 outs. Hayden Anzalone, the number 9 hitter. Logan Beater. Yes, it does. That's going to score 2, maybe a third. Yep, they're going to hold him up. So, a 2-run single off the bat of Hayden Anzalone.
Yeah, Anzalone's come up big in that 9 spot for Enterprise. He flew out to left field his first time up, and then 3 straight singles. So he's 3 for 4, and he extends this inning.
Makes a 9-6, turns the line lap over. We're back to the top of the lineup with Brady Crouch. 1 for 3 in the ball game. He represents the tying run at the plate. That's hit towards Bonet. Shortstop across the diamond. That's it. Out number 3 on the 6-3 put out. So we got a celebration going on with the Kanab Cowboys. That's going to send Enterprise home. When we come up with the final number, we're going to head back to the studio for another word from our sponsors. It's a 9-6 final here. We'll be back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network with V6 Media.
The Kane County School.
The final score is 1 loss. Kanab 9, Enterprise 6. Kanab moves on to tomorrow's game. Kanab will take on Parowan tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Congratulations to the Enterprise Wolves on an outstanding season. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance here this evening. We will ask you as you make your way to the exits that you pick up any trash that is around your seating area and assist us by putting the trash in the garbage cans. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow for Championship Saturday.